Hello, good people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Spiwe, as you already know. And if you watched my Get to Know Me video, you will know how to say my name and spell it. So, thank you to those who can say it. Spiwe, simple as that. Is anybody out there weird like me? Like two kinds of tea? Tea is life, guys. I love my tea. And it doesn't matter what time of day it is. I just love my tea. So yeah, today we are visiting a topic that has always been, ever since I was growing up. I think because if you watch my Get to Know Me video, you will know that I also struggled with self-esteem, and that's something I'm sure most of us can relate to. And yeah, I did struggle with that. And I think for me, it made it worse because I am an introvert. And sometimes if you don't know me, I may come out a certain way. And there's these little myths about introverts, they're socially awkward, they're mean, just misunderstood for the most part. But so last semester I took a class at Indiana State University, intercommunication, I think that it was. Yeah. And he showed us, like, one of our topics to do was, like a discussion. It was about, introverts. I found it very interesting. It was talking about introverts. Let's see, I think I stole my son's phone to look at what I was gonna talk about, because I can talk, like I can go on and rambling and all over the place forever. So gotta stay on track here, guys. So Susan Cain is the person who did the TED Talk. She talked about being an introvert. I think she has a book out there. Susan Cain, she's an author, so look her up. Just talking about introverts, as a person, I feel like I've always been misunderstood everywhere I go, really. And because, I find energy from just being myself, sometimes like just literally being quiet. To tell you the truth, like my own husband had a problem with that, because he thought, what's the matter with you? What's wrong with you? Like, you look so serious. What's the matter? And it took him a few years, to learn that that's just how I am. I don't know. This class, after I took this class, I really appreciated how, what being an introvert is. Not that I did not appreciate it, but I probably did not understand it more. That class really did bring it more to light. Like, I really appreciated and understood it more. Just being an introvert, I'll just tell you my experiences about being an introvert. So we are great planners. And the surprising thing about that is I plan in my head. I just have never been one person who really writes stuff down. I know how it sounds. It's probably contradicting. I never really like to write things down. That takes up a lot of energy I don't know why. But when I want to, I do it, and I do it good. Although some of us are procrastinators. I procrastinate a lot, but I get things done. Like, if I want to get stuff done, I will get it done with a certain type of discipline. I know myself. If I know when to keep quiet, when to pull back, I know when to talk. And sometimes when I do talk, sometimes I will stop, because I just like getting to the point. I've just been that person. My mom always used to say, you don't really have to say everything you think or feel. And so growing up, I became cautious of that, because really, I just tell you like it is. I've always been like that. And sometimes I really don't like that, because sometimes some people are really affected by it. But really, I mean no harm. That's just how I am. So we are also great listeners. I love to listen to people. Like, come to me, talk to me. I will literally sit there, and sometimes I may have ideas, but sometimes I really just want you to know I am listening to you. It's important to me that you know that I'm listening to you. And if I have to do a little something to just confirm that I really listen to you, without making you feel like I'm trying to solve all the problems you were talking to me about. People can talk to us about, being excited about a promotion, or being excited about an exam, or being just anything. It's important to me for you to know that I'm listening to you. So in that sense, I feel like I'm a great listener. So yeah, come to me with anything. If you want something to listen, I'm your girl. Yes. Also, I am creative. And I noticed this at a young age. Like, everything I do, I don't like to do it like ordinarily. I'm gonna give you an example When I came to America a few years back, a long time ago, guys, we had like a concert at this church. When it was my time to sing, like I really just didn't want to do the song, like go and stand in front and just sing it. No, I organized these girls and they had to put on like certain attire and they had to carry like candles and like Bibles, and it was like lit. In my mind, it was just it. That's what I wanted. And this guy literally came to me, one of my, the people I've sang with forever, David. He came to me and said, well, Spiwa, you just like going all out there. I'm like, you know? And to me, it's like, I don't even really think about it. I just want to do it, and I just do it. It just comes to me, and I just want to do it. So yeah, in so many senses we are creative. And if you listen to my get to know me video, there's a part where you know, like my quarantine hobby was like redecorating the house, and I kid you not, I did not know anything about decorating, but I watched renovation shows and it just inspired me. And so I just became creative from that. And if you ask me to decorate your house right now, I totally can, confidently. Yeah, I'm your girl. So if you see my house is like, if you came last spring, you come this spring, it's totally different. It's a totally different atmosphere. It's a totally different feel, different colors. Like I could not believe the colors I mixed worked. Like greens, teal greens, deep blues, and you would never catch me doing that in my other life, but I do it. I did it in my house and it works perfect. Even at work, I make it work. Like I have this motto, like you have to push yourself, you know, do something a little more, or make things come together to some kind of sanity, because when things are all over the place, it drives me crazy. So yeah, like when I do something, I like to commit 100%. Also, I find that sometimes I would rather just keep quiet than say something, because I feel like I'll be misunderstood. And it's important to me just to keep quiet than to speak sometimes. So because I like to choose my words carefully. Like I told you guys, like when I was growing up, my mom always used to say, you don't really have to say everything you think, because that's just how I am. Yeah, it's gotten me in trouble sometimes. Yes, I do choose my words carefully. Does it work all the time? I don't know. But I try to do that, guys. Trust me, I really do. And I observe people. Like, I don't care for talking about people. Like, sometimes I will say some stuff about other people, but that's a lot of work to me. So if you're worth my time, I will talk about you. But if not, like, no, I would rather be thinking about stuff that will benefit me and give me energy. If I feel like you are taking too much energy from my life than I like, no, I don't want to be around you. And that's just something I've really embraced as I grow older, because when I was younger, like, I thought that was really weird, that I didn't want to be around such people. What's wrong with me? You know, growing up, just trying to find yourself. So you question a lot of things. But as I grow up, I embrace it. Like, if I'll observe you 1, 2, 3 times and I feel like, yeah, that's a lot of noise in my head, or or you're just gonna take away from my energy, like, I leave you alone. And which brings up the next point, which I just keep the best people around. Like, I don't have a lot of friends, and sometimes it can be boring for other people. It's not for me. So whoever I try to keep around is somebody who will benefit me. Like, really, because life is all about that. And it's not a selfish thing, guys. It really isn't. Like, there are people who will just take away from you a little too much than you want. I want people who give me ideas. I do not like people who sit around and feel sorry for me. When I come to you with something, I just want you either to just listen to me or just tell me it's gonna be okay in your own way. My coming to you is not so that we can have a pity party. No, Let's just make this work. You know, it's all about ideas. You know, it's all about, You know, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And so when somebody comes to you, it's a way of kind of, weirdly enough, as an introvert, to refuel. As an introvert, even if I like to be by myself, even if I like to be quiet and I draw energy from that, I also do like to, I am human. I have to release, like I have to open up, like here I am, and I appreciate this time because it helps me connect with people. The other thing I notice, even if I am, and this is a struggle, guys, even if I'm a procrastinator, I know my priorities. I've had such a hard time with, you know, being almost 40, like an adult student, you know, mom, home, wife. Yeah, it can be overwhelming, and sometimes I find it like it's so hard to study, and it's a lot of content. Like I'm literally taking 2 science classes, micro and human physiology and algebra. Like that's such a bad combination, guys. It drives me nuts sometimes. I don't know why I did it, but I'm doing it. But so I learned to prioritize. Like I literally prioritize my life. And if I feel too overwhelmed, I prioritize my me time, and I don't feel bad about it. Like, you know, because if I realize if I don't stop and take care of me, that work, that schoolwork will not be done, and that home life will be affected. Like I won't be really nice to my kids, I won't be nice to my husband either. So I prioritize in that sense. Even when I'm at work, I prioritize my work. I never let anything, if I feel something is overwhelming me, I literally have to take a me time. That's important for me. And if nobody can respect that, I don't want to be in that place. Also, I found that just dealing with people, like I trust people easily. Maybe because I'm such a principled person and I feel like I'm true to myself and I'm very loyal to people. So many times I misunderstand that in thinking people will do the same to me as I do to them. Like, you know, I'm really giving, and I care for people, really. And that's why I'm a nurse, because I genuinely feel for people. But you know, just as life goes on, you learn that people really, for lack of a better term, I'm sorry, screw you over sometimes. And that's part of life. But does it mean we need to stop loving people? No. So yeah, I can trust you. Like if you come and I'm comfortable with you, I trust you. Don't take advantage of that. You know, it's just in me. I easily do that. Sometimes it's a strength, sometimes it's a weakness. So, you know, I am definitely self-aware. Like definitely. I think about what I talk about. I am careful how I say things. In a sense that I know for the longest I lacked self-confidence. But just because I lack that, it doesn't mean like I never sat around and whine about it. Like I just, like I said, guys, like I can come and vent to you. It's very different to me than whining about it. You know, whining about it is like, yeah, let's throw a pity party, and yeah, well, we're at it. Oh my gosh, aww. And there's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong. Like some people gain their energy from that. Like I don't. You know, I know I like some things, like if I work, I don't know how to do something. I know I need support in that area, but I don't sit around and whine about it. I make it happen. I make sure I learn that thing and learn how to do it and do it right. That's the power of knowing who you are and being comfortable with who you are. The next point I have for you, and it's almost over. So the next point I have for you guys is I really pride in myself with this. Sometimes I do have, well, most of the times I have self-control. Self-control in things that I know I can't change, I know I can't do. I will talk about it, of course, vent, or, you know, like I said, when I'm overwhelmed with school, I know to take a break and to rejuvenate, you know. I know when somebody says something to me, sometimes I keep quiet for a reason. Yeah, good reason too. You know, and my mom taught me that, because she really helped me think, you know, you don't really have to say everything you feel. Like you don't really have to let people know everything. about your thoughts about stuff. Like, it's okay to not even be a part of a conversation. Like, it's totally fine. But some people feel like they have to be a part of every little thing, every little conversation in life. But no, we don't really have to be. So self-control, guys, like self-control. When you're in a conflict, it's okay to take a step back and really think about, is it worth my energy? Like in my case, my energy is very important. If I let you go on and on about something, it doesn't mean I lost. It means I'm exercising my self-control. It means maybe you and whatever topic you're talking about is not really important to me at that moment. So it's okay for me to take a step back and just let you be. So that's self-control to me, because I can easily go off and get to your level, or however you want to put it. But most of the times I just choose to control myself, because that's more beneficial to me. So lastly, we have to visit the fact that introverts are mostly overlooked in leadership positions. And I say this from experience. I applied for this job, like a supervisor position. And I knew I just didn't want to be in management. I didn't want such roles in the workplace right now, because I know I was in school. But those hours really I could manage while I was in school. And so I wanted that position. And I feel like I was overlooked, like literally. And it bothered me a lot, because I felt like even if I'm not ready for such roles. And I feel like I could do it, because everything I've literally put my mind to, I've done, and I've done successfully for the most part. After listening to Susan Cain, she mentioned something like, in workplaces, introverts sometimes are overlooked in management positions. And that's true from experience. And she explains that in not her words, but in other words, introverts are mostly, we don't like to micromanage. And that's my work philosophy. Like, I go into work, you were hired for a reason, you know why you're at work, and I feel like you should come to work with that mentality. And it's okay to get direction, to get encouragement, advice, and that's fine. But don't come to work not wanting to do your job. That's just, such people bother me, for real. Because there's some people who come to work and feel like they don't have to work. Come on. So for me, it's important. I recognize people who have strengths and push them a little bit and allow them to maximize their potential in a workplace. Like I said already, I love to listen to people. So I will listen to people. That's important to me in a workplace. And I found in this position, it was really lacking, that aspect was really lacking in that workplace. And so it's important to me. To me, it comes naturally. I want to listen to you, because so many times I've been misunderstood, probably because of just how I am. So I totally understand when somebody's not listening to you. When somebody's not listening, it's just it's a bad feeling, for real, guys. So it was important to me to bring that aspect to the table. Let's listen to each other. It doesn't mean if you sit there and listen to somebody, it means you're gonna solve all their problems. No, it really doesn't. It's as simple as, I hear you, I understand, I am here, how can I help if I can? It's just offering that. Sometimes that's all it takes to give somebody a boost, to finish a task, to encourage themselves, to find ways to make it happen. I was saying we're overlooked in management positions because we don't like to micromanage, and there's nothing wrong with that. Extroverts, on the other hand, they talk, some of them that I've worked with in my jobs, and I'm not saying anything bad about extroverts. My husband is an extrovert. He's in a management position at his job. So he's an extrovert. But I've known some people who all they do in their managerial position, supervisor, whatever, going upwards, is they talk a lot. They get into gossip, they get into people's drama. That kind of, it seems like it just gives them a drive. Don't understand that. I totally don't. But you know, it works for other people, and that's why they're extroverts, and that's why they're introverts, and people in between. So yeah, that drains me a lot. You won't catch me in drama. You won't catch me in like unnecessary conflicts unless it really is worth my time. Then I will involve myself in that. If it's taking away from my energy, no, you won't catch me in such things. Like if you tell me something in confidence, it will remain with me in confidence. Anyway, finito. That's it. Thank you for joining me, guys. I really enjoy my times with you. We connect, we learn from each other. If you think of something more about introverts or an encouraging thing or whatever you thought about this segment, comment in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you can be notified when we upload more content. I really appreciate your time. So thank you for joining me. I will see you next time on the Monday Notes with Spiwe.